What up, Nation? I'm Var here with another DCUO test server video, and today we are looking at the almighty clamp. We're going to go into all of the tier 1 solos, or at least one of each tier, and we're going to check and see with a maxed out carrier with a maxed out toon what that clamp looks like. And so I'm starting out now with a 344. So I've got the top tier gear in the game. I'll show you my skill points. I have 427 skill points, of which 289 are in might. I currently have 94,141 might on this toon. I've got maxed out arts, 3 of them, and I've got all of the latest tier gear on. That is, if you look back at the last video that I did, in comparison to that toon had a couple of skill points, nothing in might, and the might on that toon was 3,539. So we're looking at a difference here when we're starting out of this toon that you're currently looking at has 80,602 more might than the toon from our previous video. Okay, now we're going to go into a solo in each tier, and we're going to look at the clamp, what my might then becomes in that tier, and the difference between that and the lower level toon that's coming in getting a buff. And that way we're going to see what is the actual spread between a high tier maxed out player and a new low SP low tier toon coming in to the same mission. What will be the difference in our abilities? So let's check that out. First and we're going to go to the exact same zones that we did before. So first we're going to go and hit up 8th precinct. Okay, so when we come into our T1 solo, our might then becomes 4,606, dropping down from 94,141. So that was a lot of grinding that I did essentially to get that might, and it is gone, all of it. That puts us, the other toon, if you recall, was 2,608 might, and so that puts us, and that was a clamp for that other toon for some reason. It got clamped a bit, even though its CR was getting boosted. And so that puts us 1,998 might above that low level toon that had no SP or gear essentially. So that's not a hell of a lot of a difference, okay, between the two. Let's check out tier. We have to skip tier 2. We did that last time too, and so we're going to check out tier 3. Alright, when we get into Deep Desires here, our might jumps up to 9,685. Okay, in comparison, the toon that we were on in the last video, the low level toon, got a buff to 5,255. So that puts us 4,430 above the low level toon. So the spread is getting bigger essentially as we queue for higher tier content. Alright, tier 4. Where are we at? 18,746. Okay, so it's getting better. Remember, we started with 94,141. So now we've got 18,746 back in might. The toon that we used, the low level toon, her might was 10,487 at this point. That was what she had gotten buffed to. So we are we are 8,259 above the low tier the low tier player. The low tier player, mind you, that in reality we are 80,602 above. Let us go to tier 5. Alright, T5. When we hop into a T5 solo, our might becomes 39,958. Our toon from yesterday was 23,257. That was the low level toon that got the buff. So we are now in tier 5, 16,701. And spoiler alert, when we went to tier 6 yesterday, the low level toon got no buff. And so that trend continues with this toon when we go with the high level toon into the T6 content, or anything that's new, I'm guessing, but is T6 or above, we get no clamp. So we finally get our true stats back. But the largest difference that we're going to see between us and the low level toon is 16,701 might. So we start out with a difference of 80,602 might, and due to the clamping process, the highest we will be above those other players would be 16,701 with my particular stats. Now that'll obviously change by the person's stats who's looking at it, but there you go. Now that is a significant amount. We are still considerably higher and will do better probably in the content than those with the lower levels, but that is a huge difference in what our actual stats are. And so my takeaway is there's really no reason for me to grind hard for SP anymore, because unless it's just to fulfill a need and end game content, because there's not going to really be a need for me to, there's a threshold, so there's no need for me to go above it. And so I guess the grind then becomes about other things, and what those other things are, that's left up to the person, I suppose. So there it is, guys. That'll be basically the last of that series. We are going to take a look at some other stuff on the test server. Keep the comments coming. I appreciate the support, and I'm always interested in looking at anything that you guys are, so let me know what you want to take a look at and I'll make it happen here. Be sure to sub, keeps me alive. Like the video, give it a share, that'll help spread the word. And for Light and Bodhi, this is Var saying, play on.